Good morning and welcome to another short devotional for Black Rock Baptist Church and also Morristown Baptist Church. I want to talk to you this morning a little bit about the perfect Christmas. Do you believe there's such a thing as a perfect Christmas day? I used to think so, and I used to believe it was up to me to create that for our family. How I ever came to that belief, I'll never know. I think we tend to compare our Christmas to others, to other people's Christmases. And ours tends to always maybe fall short. Maybe there are not as many gifts under the tree, or our house isn't as elaborately decorated as the one across the street, or we think the more that we do, the more perfect Christmas will be. So we strive for perfection, usually ending up totally exhausted. We often have had unrealistic expectations of what Christmas should be, or at least I know I did. My Christmases as a child were very simple, and yet they were always filled with wonder and awe. My parents didn't have a ton of money, but they made Christmas special each year. The memories of those bygone holidays are wonderful. I wonder why I thought as an adult Christmas needed to be any different than that. The Christmases I remember the most are the ones that were far from perfect, and yet I still remember them fondly today. For my wife and I, our first Christmas away from home was anything but perfect. We had looked forward so much to Christmas Day and our 2-year-old daughter, Stacy, but we ended up spending the whole day at Winnipeg's Christmas hospital, bathing our daughter in a tub of ice cubes, trying to get her fever down as she screamed and begged us to stop. Then there was the year our Christmas tree ended up in the middle of the living room floor. The cat did it. The sound of it crashing to the floor is something I've never heard before and don't want to hear again. It was awful. But we picked up the tree and we set it back in the stand and we threw away the broken ornaments, and nobody but us knew any different. Somehow those memorable events continued to get mentioned every year, but now they're mentioned with a smile. How about you? What are some of the most memorable Christmases you've had? When you think back, which Christmas was funny or had a crazy experience attached to it that you still remember vividly? Was your most memorable Christmas the one that wasn't a perfect Christmas? I'm willing to go out on a limb and guess it might be. Maybe it's time to look at all of this a little bit differently. Maybe in reality, the perfect Christmas is the one that we remember the most years later, despite its imperfections. Let's look at Christmas with fresh eyes this season. Let's embrace the imperfect, rejoice in the simple. May we smile at what appears to ruin Christmas and stop complaining and striving to do more than we need to do. May this realization guide us to a little bit, to draw a little bit closer to our families and help us rediscover the true meaning of Christmas. After all, the heart of Christmas isn't about all the stuff anyway, is it? Let's exchange prayers daily. God bless.